So I was thinking today about how many times on average in your life does, say, a Canadian end up being a victim of a crime? And I couldn't even come to a number for myself. And I'm not thinking of little things like, you were bullied, somebody called you a name because you go to church, or, you're in high school and someone makes fun of you and calls you a white boy or something like that, but an actual crime. So I'm gonna list the ones I remember, and maybe I'll put a quick little video later. So I was molested by a female family member for quite a few years when I was young. Later on in my life, I was raped by a female. Now I was robbed by a group of men who stole my pocket change. When I was a young teenager, I had family business I worked for was broken into. That might not be directly me as a victim, but I did lose a day's pay. On top of that, I've had a bicycle, so property stolen from my yard twice in my life. I also had vandalism recently when my house was attacked. I've had my life threatened by a weapon when I lived in Calgary, but I confronted the person and did prevent them from harming other people. Most of my crimes actually been against me where I was victimized was in Ontario for the majority of it. And in smaller town, smaller city, Northern Ontario, like Timmins and Hearst, Ontario. So it's definitely not a big city thing. But it's just an interesting thing to think about. I think everybody should kind of give that a thought, especially if you're Canadian. And I'm going to try and come up with an actual number because I'm sure there's other times I can't think about. But again, something interesting to think about.